Under the tree, under the tree, under the tree, under the tree, under the tree. Afternoon, once again, man and woman, under the tree, slowly, waiting on under the tree again, clicking on your very topic of, I can't remember, whatever.
Red flags.
Red flags, as you
In
remember.
relationship.
And I must say this so you get the idea. We come, we come straight at the ground, straight from the ghetto perspective. So, just like playing going across and taking a while, playing, ghetto playing. But we're here to help, motivate, inspire, and uplift. And so anytime you have a problem that you want us, or a subject, a topic that you want us to take on, we take on. What we do, we have a little sensor going on sometimes. We do a little sensor to the community, and then we come and discuss through the week. I've been getting hit up all the time. I even can't remember some of the answers.
I know you mentioned something about a U.S. follower, someone
Yeah.
who
I'm trying to remember what she say. I can't remember what.
something about men hiding their phones.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, we had a. Hey, let me be careful. We had a somebody hit us up from Tennessee and wanted to know why men hid their phone. And I won't give her a straight answer, black and white answer. But why women hid their phone?
That's a question. That's not an answer.
That's all. What problem would you
You
mean?
don't answer a
What do
question with
you
another
mean?
question.
Women hide their phone too. So
Really?
why man hide their phone? Let me tell you why man hide the phone. Because the man pay for it, and he can hide it.
Why does he need to hide it though?
But he not say he hide it because he don't want y'all to open it and see how much money he making. They game
That information being a man's phone?
Yeah, the people hit him up and oh, he can hide his phone for um. Hey, what you mean by he hide his phone? That's his phone. Why should a woman go on his phone? Why should a woman know what he's going on his phone?
Okay. Well, you see, I don't know the background
Right.
of
Well, I thought you hit us
the
up.
person who's asking the question, but
Hey,
I guess privacy is an entitlement,
yeah.
and if a man does hide his phone, it suggests that, like you say, the woman goes into it searching out information.
Yeah.
Now, I think the problem is not the fact that he hides the phone, but why he have to hide the phone.
Well, he hide the phone because he don't trust her.
And why you think she go looking into the phone?
Because she knows he.
Oh, not because she don't trust him or because of his track record.
Hey, you don't trust in this. You ain't supposed to be looking at no man phone. You don't trust in this. That has nothing to do with it. His private phone is his private phone. Why you gotta go to his phone?
Well,
You want me to answer it with you?
no. Let's not just like go straight to it. But hi Beryl.
Hi Beryl. Yeah. What do you mean?
What I have see that automatically puts doubt. It puts it in a negative
Yeah.
corner of the ballpark for me.
All right, let me tell you. Hey, princess. Hey, sweetie. But you see,
She said you better stop.
yeah, what do you mean? Nobody. Listen.
Boy, Uncle Tony, you better stop.
Yeah, but see, hold on. My phone and your phone is your private thing.
I agree.
Right.
Totally.
Now,
but also, in a relationship, there are no secrets. I understand and I totally agree that your phone is your phone, mine is mine. So, what if I accidentally pick up your phone? I should be able to touch that without, as soon as I accidentally pick it up, you grab for it, or you go in a state of panic, start rowing,
Okay.
pick a fight, whatever, whatever.
Yeah, but that's the point. That's my point. My point is that you don't fool with this phone, there would be no argument.
But I said, the phone, say we have phones that
Sorry.
are alike, and we both rest our phone on the table, and I pick yours up. I get it.
Yeah. And you pick it up
Mhm.
and you put it back. But I'm
Once you recognize that it is an error. But what if you pick it up and you don't realize that it is an error until you already start scrolling, and then you realize, oh, this is phone.
yeah, but
This
you
is not my phone.
but here's the point. I only hide my phone when I find out that either I can't trust you or you nosy. Or because my phone should be my private equipment. Your phone should be your private
But
equipment.
you see, you said something just now.
Mm-hmm.
I only hide my phone when I can't trust you.
Yeah.
You mean when you can't trust me with what?
I can't trust you because you might have something to hide or you like cause trouble. Don't mess with me with no phone business. What's that? What happened?
Princess say if it rings or not. If I want to see something, open it and let me see.
Well, something wrong with Princess. Anyway,
There's
moving
nothing
yeah,
wrong with
because
Princess,
why?
and there's nothing wrong with the person who asks the question. What is wrong is that there are secrets, and that's why you don't want her touching your phone. Because if there are no secrets and there is nothing to cause a problem in the relationship, why can't she? Why are you not? The question wasn't whether the woman should look in the phone, you know. The question is, why are men so protective? Why are they guarding it as if there is something to
So
hide?
you don't think women protective with the phone too?
I guess some women are. Those that are like the men who are
But it don't have to be
overprotective.
no reason. People just say, "This is my phone. I don't want nobody up in my phone." There don't have to be no reason.
Jesus,
What do you mean, Jesus?
that's impossible. There is always a reason. There is no such thing as no reason. There is a reason even for no reason.
Okay. Well, a little song I wrote. I'm gonna be a note for note. Don't worry. Be happy. Tony, you on the Melanie and Tony show. Juliana.
Everywhere you go,
Yeah.
so don't worry. Be happy.
Jesus, Lord,
And speak the truth.
the truth. I be happy. That's my food. I have rights to hide my food.
I see. I think the problem is hide. The operation is not to hide. I understand, and I'm sure that everyone will agree that you are entitled to your privacy. The only time a woman really goes and look into a man phone is if there is an element of doubt.
Woman always going to my phone.
Only if there's an element of doubt.
What's Princess say?
She said, I must let you have it.
Uh,
Say, preach, Miss Mel.
you think
Let him have it.
Why do you think I start singing? Because you all trying to get me wrong. So start me up today so I could go on my man. You know I can start, right?
Okay.
You know I go, right?
So you know what? Hiding the phone one is one of the red flags.
That's a red flag. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
So
red
let's agree that that is a red flag.
Yes.
Something is remiss. You said it's with the woman. I say it's with the man,
Yeah, but-
or the relationship on a whole.
But what is wrong with? See, I have this. Why? I have this thing about women. Why would a woman want to go in your phone? See, that means you don't trust me,
Exactly.
or you nosy.
Or you give a reason not to trust
Well,
you.
that means you don't trust me. Yeah, but it's the
You
same.
give a reason not
So,
to trust you.
but-
Because trust and trust issues do not arise in a relationship until someone does something that pulls away the trust that was initially
Well,
there.
you got somebody named Helen. Helen.
Yes, my cousin.
Oh,
Hi,
hi, Helen.
Helen.
Good to see you. And oh, John. I know John got something to say, right?
You see John?
To the
John
bottom.
here, yeah?
To the bottom. To the bottom. John to the bottom. Yeah.
Oh, Beryl is the
Beryl.
bottom.
Sorry, not
Yes,
John.
yes.
Beryl. Yeah,
I
man.
am not searching no phone.
Thank you,
What you
Beryl.
see is what you get. Stay out. Okay,
Thank
B?
you, B. Thank you, B. Thank you, B. That's what I'm talking about.
You couldn't question Uncle Tony, father, and the guys are the same way.
Yeah. Yeah. The guys are saying, listen, you want your heart to be broken? Mess with somebody phone. Because you might see something and read. Some people
Well,
read into things, you know.
the thing about telephones, and they call them smart these days because you could access anything on your telephone. You could do business, you could do porn, you could cheat, you could inquire, you could establish new friendships, and the list goes on and on and on.
I have this thing that a woman shouldn't, or a man, let me correct that.
Oh,
A woman or a man
Mhm.
should not go into someone's phone. I tell you what, that is one of the things I think that should be private.
Mhm.
If a woman wants to share something with you, she will share it with you.
Exactly.
And then I think phones and computers should be off limit to each other
I'll tell you
because
something.
it causes too
right?
much problem.
No, I don't know. Let me tell you how I would
Because
place it.
I could
would
send a
place-
message to you, not cutting you off. I'm doing something. And this real talk out there. I could send a message to you, and we could correspond like we do, back and forth, because we have a show, and I could put in there, bye, honey, bye, sweetie, bye, darling, and I may do that every time.
because
That's
so your partner now
right,
must understand your nature.
right.
Your partner must understand the way
But-
that you commonly and normally communicate
right.
with others.
But that could cause a big problem if you
in
go in.
some relationships.
Yeah, if you go into the
But
see that, like,
that is why the understanding. You must know the person that you're with. If you've been with a person for a week, he entitled to call whoever
we are the same
he
way.
wants.
Princess, we are the same way. Me and my father, we don't change.
He can call. He could use terms of endearment with whomever he chooses. Now, after you are established and you say, okay, we are in a committed relationship, if she have a problem with you using the terms honey, dairy, darling,
Sugar.
with other women, how do you fix it? How do you fix it?
How do I fix the
Yeah.
problem?
hmm
Well, she being nosy, so I have to fix that.
Why you mean? It's uncomfortable for her.
but she-
And in your relationship,
That's her problem.
no,
What you mean,
no,
no?
no, 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 no. It
Hold on,
don't
hold
go
on.
like that, Tony.
You hold on. You marry me. By now, you should know me. If a woman, I can talk. We can take the line of woman. If a woman marry a man, and she didn't take the time enough to learn that man, then she looking for trouble. See, because sweet part of the marriage only lasts 5 years. After that 5 years, or if I hiding anything, it can come to surface because the true me coming out. See all the little.
As a matter of fact, it'll come out long before 5 years.
Not really. Sometimes people
Oh, come on.
people good at hiding.
People can
Some people-
only hide for so long.
No, you got
You're
some.
natural.
No, you got some fellas out there who good. You got some fellas who lie Jesus of the cross. You got some fellas
Oh,
who good.
That's a liar, though.
They no, but you wouldn't know that because they
No,
play
you
all
have
their
some
life.
people that are what you call
They're very good.
pathological.
Right, and they're
right?
no,
Liars,
they're
just
very
like
good,
people who steal.
and they're very good at what they do.
Mm-hmm.
But see, I'm glad we're taking on this red flag because a lot of people naive in marriage.
In relationship
Okay.
long before marriage.
But I talk about marriage because they will get married, and after they married, that's when they realize this person.
And that's why I say that. Because
But in a relationship, you can leave that person.
in a marriage, you could leave them too.
No, most women don't want to leave because see, the key is this now. See, woman different from man. Man can jump and leave now. Let's be.
You're joking. It's the woman who will leave. The man is the one who can stay.
No, listen. Why a woman gonna stay?
Go
I can
ahead,
give you the
go
reason
ahead.
why. A woman gonna stay because one of the things she see her friends, and she don't want her friend or her marriage to break up. So so she can try to stick it. Then on top of that, she has some children involved. One kid, I don't want this child without a father, so she can stick it. See, all these hidden, stupid things has come up and causes people to live in hell. Those similar things. And so what we have here today is that so many marriages ain't marriages. They just go in
Their
because
arrangements.
yeah, and they go in because it get comfortable. Most marriages, you see, stick, people go into church and say, I've been married for 48 years. How much hell that woman catch in 48
Well,
years?
she just didn't say I've been miserably married, but she been married.
Beryl. Yeah, so, but I'm being honest with you that we have.
Beryl saying, I have to stop. You have to fix it. The babe, the baby, the honey, the sweet thing. I have to stop this thing.
See, women like to say they the only sweet thing, or they the only babe, and they the only this. I understand that in marriage, but guess what? Most men, their trait is to call a woman by a name,
By their name.
by no, a name.
Or by a term of endearment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's our culture, though. That's
yeah.
the human
You
culture.
be around a woman long enough on the job or friends, you start
Or
calling.
you
by-
find, or you shorten their name and
Right.
call them something that is like a pet name.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But-
that's familiarity.
But boy, listen. And those who stick it with the marriages,
Hmm.
they do it because it's godly. You know, I don't want to die in hell, and so I can live this out. I can catch hell on earth, so when I go to heaven, that's
But Tony,
in their mind.
but
That's what
Tony,
they think.
but Tony.
They think that they I can stick this out because this is the way it is, and I can stick this out. And
Well,
it's
I
God.
guess let me tell you what I heard some people say.
Mm.
When you having marital relation problems,
Mm.
people have a checklist of questions that they just ask.
Mm.
He's talked bad to you? No. He's beat you? No. So what's your problem?
Yeah, fool man talk. That is fool. Listen, the worst.
Then they say he's buy the food? Yeah. He's paid the rent? Yeah. So what's your problem?
But the worst thing for a woman. See, I could talk because I talk what women talk to me about, right? And then I study a lot about relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I write and read and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and most women will tell me stuff like, "Oh, but emotionally, it's the worst thing that happened to a woman. When a woman being emotionally stressed,
Mm-hmm.
that means you got a man. You don't. You might pay the bills,
Mm-hmm.
but he's somehow like bullying you.
Okay.
You know, he controlling, very controlling,
Mm-hmm.
and they go through this emotional whole cycle.
Mm-hmm.
Some days I think I can deal with this, and some days I can't. And
Mm-hmm.
you send a woman to a whole emotional cycle. That's the worst thing when a woman, she's dying inside. She got this nice house, but she's dying inside because she's not happy, because she can't enjoy sex with you because emotionally she's a wreck. And that's a problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when the old people say, "But you paying the bills, he don't beat you, he don't," boy, listen, words, mind, self control is a serious thing. Now go on to something very
And when
Dee
you
was saying
and
something.
when you Beryl says peace of mind is a serious thing.
I'm telling you,
It is.
if
It
you
is.
if you folks out there, if you're in a relationship and you're not settled in the mind, you can't perform in bed. You can't perform.
Can't perform anywhere.
Yeah, the emotional,
Eventually,
mentally.
the longer this
it voices.
dissatisfaction
Yeah, it voices.
resides within you and around you,
And you
you
can,
will slowly die.
yeah, and you can
Slowly
imagine.
die.
You could imagine. Good example. You can imagine me and you lying in the bed, and I look at you, Melanie, and I go like this. Oh God, I can't stand.
I know many women look at their partners, and I guess the same thing with men.
Yeah.
And sadly, some of them turn to sweethearting, some turn to alcohol, some turn to doing some things within their home that is unspeakable,
Yeah.
right?
And that's why you have to run. You might wonder why you say a woman leave a man. Boy, she leave his man. She was good and this house was like she run for peace of mind, comfort. You you wouldn't listen. I can give you all 6 or 7 different ways that emotionally that man or woman goes through. You would like to know how bad it is in the Bahamas.
Hmm.
It's saying, and everybody have this thing where they give you this front, oh no child, I got a good husband. No child, I happy. You ain't happy. You dying slowly. The roof falling in on you, but you too embarrassed because your husband is Mr. So and so in this big post, and or he's a pastor of the church, and you don't want the church crumble, and you trying to hide his sexual pleasures, you're trying to hide his behavioral problem. He's probably a violent person inside. You would like to know what goes on in the homes.
Yeah, it stretched from east to west, Tony.
But we talking
From
about red.
east to west.
We talking about
But
red.
red
Yeah.
flags, right? And we are so good at covering up, though. We're so good at covering up our unhappiness for public sake, or to not be viewed as a failure. Many of us, a failed marriage means a failure on you, but does it really mean that you failed?
Yeah. And one of the let's talk about mood swing. We talking about what we talking about?
The red flags.
Red flags. Let me tell what a lot of Bahamian women especially miss as red flags. Mood swings. That's a red flag.
Really?
Yeah, that's a red flag. When a man have mood swings.
Mm-hmm. You mean one day he nice and sweet
Yeah.
to you,
Yeah.
and the next day
Yeah.
he all withdrawn,
Yeah.
totally withdrawn.
He-
Don't want to even
he
say
will-
good morning.
Yeah, he will tell you in English words. Let me see if I can break this down. He will tell you in English words today, honey, your dress look good, and you look good in this pants or whatever. And then the next day, he'll tell you, get your ass over there and do it. You see, that's a mood swing. He has issues,
Kind of issues.
relating issues. See, you can't relate. See, it's a hidden swing. It's a hidden mood swing. See, what happens slowly, it grows and increase. Because if he could curse at you today, tomorrow, he could throw something at you. And let me give you one of the common mood swing that women miss. If a man buys you something
Mm-hmm.
and he angry with you and he bring it up, he goes, I buy you freaking that, and you still make a noise. See what he's doing slowly. He's, we call it in the ghetto, showing his true color.
Okay.
See, he has this mood swing where when everything is going good and you agree with him, everything's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But when you disagree with him,
You have a problem.
right now, let me tell you where it goes to. It goes right to controlling. Mood swing goes right into controlling. And it moves from one, and we call it stupid men in the church will call it, Jesus Lord, I'm using the church. Stupid men in the church will call it, woman's supposed to be submissive.
Okay.
You see
That's
that?
what the Bible says.
Yeah, but see, when the Bible speaks about woman being submissive, it didn't mean the woman being a fool. Whole totally different level. You stand here, let me put my shoes on your head. and you feel it? Tell me when you feel it. Until your head. Wait, so that's when you can tell me you feel it, right? When you feel the pain, right?
Okay.
Okay. So mood swing is one of the common, very common, and women don't pick up the signs. Because they all emotional.
But, Tony, like you said though, for that type of a man, I think they can hide their true colors until they get you in a bind. Not only that, boy, let me tell you.
See, but when you talk about mood swings, right? Just remember this: when you talk about mood swings, he's also negative.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
I
he
agree.
can tell you you ain't
But-
look good.
but-
Your clothes ain't. Why you wearing this hair like this? See, it started. That is that. When you see those signs early in your before you even like you date, you see these signs. They're the signs where woman's supposed to run. See, a man could take that kind of abuse because a man will give it back. But a woman, like you know, you spitting and she open her mouth. Oh, spit on me. I love you. And you keep spitting, you just catch it because that's how she act. All emotional, all that emotional setting is that she believed that I could change him. This could change. Slowly we could change. You ask everybody who married today, they saw the signs of certain things before they.
But they believe
Yeah,
that it would change
woman has
once
this
they
thing.
get married.
Yeah.
But what causes things to change? You see a red sign or a red flag.
Mhm.
What is it that make us believe that that'll change once we get married?
Yeah, because men are crafty of hiding their truth.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, they're very crafty. So what they do at the beginning, let me give you. Oh Lord, we're going deep. Let me give you some stuff. We're going deep. See, man is like this. The first time I meet you, I'd be soft, gentle, nice. I bring flower. I bring flowers all the time, and I will take
So
you.
that's the
spend-
wooing stage.
Yeah,
of the
I take you spend. I spend on you. But see, what woman has to understand, that ain't nothing significant.
Flowers ain't nothing significant.
No, because flowers gonna drive and dead. So you get no, you get no emotion.
You just told me that women are really, really green. We probably read too much Mills and Bones and Harlequin romance.
It comes from the parent.
Because we read that in the book.
You
That's
read the
what
book,
the
yeah.
man is doing.
Women don't
They
read.
fall in love, and you know how many
They
women.
watch the love movies.
But they read books
wait,
too.
but-
Read books too. Girls, when the boys on the court playing basketball and shooting marble, the girls inside reading book, you forget it.
But yeah, that's true. But see, men who come with their color, that's what they call it, their color. Most times they got something hiding. Genuine men, they straight up on the back of the gate. Let me give you an example.
So you're gonna know, because if he harsh, he can be harsh from the start.
Yeah.
If he's gentle,
You might
can be
want,
gentle
you
from the
might like
start.
a type of guy who says these type of things. Like say we're going deep. A guy who comes up and he says, "Well, Melanie, I ain't too much. We could date, but don't get too serious with me." He's straight up. Don't get too serious with me. Well, we see how this go or whatever. But when guys come with this honey, sugar tea, iced tea foolishness, you have to watch them. There's some hidden agenda. See, a man will say, I remember somebody told me one time, he says, "But you keep telling me this. So you keep telling me you love me. I believe it. But what else behind this? See, every time I come, I bring love in my heart. But love in my heart, you only said it. So what you doing significant?
what's the evidence of your love for me?
And we miss the time that we share. That's quality time is one of the most important elements to a great relationship because it brings on communication. You see, and communication. Well, see when we see another red flag. I'm doing a. Why I wish they had a pen. Another red flag No, I don't need a pen. I wish they had
I
a
mean,
pen.
they had
Yeah.
pen.
Another red flag when somebody don't want to communicate with you.
Mm.
They because they got something to hide. They don't want to say something and you ask them a question.
Mhm.
There's a couple of red flags. So folks, when you're looking for a boyfriend, remember these red flags. These young girls are there. Remember these young red flags. Another red flag is this. Women like to say this, and this is where women go wrong. Women say, I don't want to talk about your past. But that's a red flag when a man don't want to talk about his past. Because what kind of secret why you can't talk about your past?
Well, let me say, sometimes some women can't go beyond a man's past, but a man's past have nothing to do with you. That was before you. So why you want to know who he dated, how much times a week they had sex, do I have any children? Now the children, yeah, you may want to know that if you moving forward into a future, a long-term relationship. But you shouldn't have to ask that. The man should be able to say, when you first encounter, so tell me about yourself.
Yeah.
And then you ask questions centered around your curiosity, but your curiosity should really only be based on those things that will impact your relationship as you move forward.
See, when you ask a man about his past,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells you about his past,
Mm-hmm.
and you do your research, and you find out his past is not what he say. Now you know he's lying now.
Okay,
So that's a red flag.
so you're saying then
Mm.
that even though he tell you things about himself or she tells you things about herself, you need to go and do your own investigation.
Yeah, because what's gonna happen most times, especially men, see woman somehow is speak the truth.
Okay.
Somehow.
We tell it all.
Yeah.
We tell it all. We just open up.
But all you do is like the word, I don't want to use the word beat. All you can do is pressure woman some words and she open it up and she get all emotion and she forget. You know, she start see this man and then she start rolling all the story.
Okay.
Don't men don't want to talk about it.
I wonder if you have on your list of red flags, men and women who do not let go of their past.
Well, one of the things why listen. Men
Especially bad experiences.
men okay. What is love?
We said friendship on fire.
Okay,
We
what is
always go
hate?
back to that.
What is hate?
Thin line between love and hate.
Okay, so it's love. Hate is love and love is hate. It's the same thing.
It's just more negative
Yeah, but it's the same thing. Let me tell you
and
why.
more positive. Both are emotions.
Yeah. What is emotion? But listen why I tell you both the same.
Mhm. On the same spectrum.
Yeah,
one on
because-
this end, one on that end.
Because you could hate me
Mhm.
because I'm with you now, but you still love me.
But you just hate. So the person only hates you
Because-
because you're no longer with them.
Right.
And they still love you.
So love and hate is basically the same. Love is just a
Actually-
thin line. It's the same thing.
Actually, you
Well,
know,
you're learning
it's,
something
it's,
today.
it is like a balance beam
Yeah,
or a
it's the same.
continuum, right? On one end of the spectrum is hate,
Mm-hmm.
and on the other end is love.
Yeah. See,
And when you get to the middle ground, you
It's-
have degrees of love,
love and
and when you
degrees of
get
hate.
on the other end, you have degrees of hate.
So love and hate is basically the same thing. Because you could love somebody so much that you even can hate them
Because
because of how much you love them.
why would you hate somebody because you love
Because
them?
you
You
can't-
hate yourself because you
Yeah,
love somebody so
because
much.
you cannot get the person that you want or that person now who you love find the love in somebody else.
Okay.
But you still love him, so you hate him because he loves somebody else.
Now you see, no.
Go on,
See,
go on.
what you now do is pull out a different definition of love. Because if love is friendship on fire, that friendship never ends.
No.
Right?
Most love never end.
But
Most love. Go on. But most love, give you most love.
What is it that pulls two people that declare love for each other apart? What caused them to drift apart?
But what caused them drift apart? Okay, we come to a common ground. Someone's come to a common ground that one of the partners, if I stay here, you're gonna kill me
Why?
because emotionally, like I talk, emotionally and mentally, this is not good for me. If I stay here, I love you, but I can't do this because I am dying inside.
When does love cause someone to die inside?
Love. Let me give you an example when I talk about love cause somebody die inside. If I marry you and B and, and I fall in love with B and I find B more interesting in you, more interesting in you, I start to gravitate to B. That don't mean I don't love you.
Okay.
I may still love you because you is Melanie
Right.
and you have great
Characteristics.
yeah,
that,
Melanie,
right.
yeah.
Okay.
But Beryl sing me with a sweet tune,
Mm-hmm.
which is new.
Okay. So her gravitational pull is stronger than mine
Right.
is.
But when I learn,
About B, then what happens? You move away from Melanie
yeah,
and you move more towards B.
yeah.
And so, what do you do when you still in love with B, but you or with Melanie,
No, but I
but you
never,
moving closer
yeah, but
towards
I
B?
never fall out of love with you.
So how do you?
See, you gotta understand how to, this is why you said something a while ago. I told you love and hate
It's the
the
same
same.
thing. Yeah.
For that moment, I may hate you. See, okay,
But
you
I'm not
scheme on you
sure.
scheme on me. I
Okay.
catch you.
All right.
We all upset. We all emotional. We all wreck.
So something went
Wrong.
wrong. There was a violation of
Right.
the relationship code.
But at that moment, I am so angry.
So you jump over and
I
jump the cart and
I
go over
go
to
to
B.
B. Because B always like me, or B always come around
But
me.
do you know what that
But my
is, right?
heart is still with you.
Yeah. And so you know what that is? That's what they call a rebound.
Right.
You ain't really in love with B. You just because in the moment of
Yeah.
disappointment,
Right.
you move away.
Right.
Okay.
Most relationships are in that same problem today. Most relationship with people,
So the red flag is
yeah.
when have an argument with your boyfriend or girlfriend, and if they move away from you and jump in a relationship with someone
That's
else,
why I say bring up the
then
past.
you need to move
But
away.
that's why I said earlier, discuss the past. Remember I just said that? That's why you discuss the past. If a man don't want to discuss his past, then that's a red
He
flag.
may be one of those jumpers who
Yeah.
jumping from bank to bank.
Because he might he might still have love for his wife, but he has come to you for comfort. Right? And so he might play with you.
Interesting.
Yeah. See the problem was that we are men and women, some of us are so fool. What they call it? What they call it? What they call people who have them? Oh, I say it in the house all the time. Oh Lord, when they tell these little young girls, don't be a, um, don't be a thing I'm head. I know what it comes to.
Knucklehead.
No, one of the girls you say, how you girls be so stupid. We got a name for it. Where they be so fool. A guy can tell them anything and they listen. And so we must. I always tell G. We always discuss and say, G. I always say, G. Don't do your thing I'm head. But anyhow, I can't remember it. I'll get it soon.
Okay.
But
Airhead? Is
no,
that
no,
it?
it's one of them things where you let a boy throw anything at you and you take it.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
Oh, he's nice. Is he
Mm.
a fixed good? Oh, he wear nice clothes. A blonde, a dumb blonde,
Oh,
a
that
dumb
one.
blonde. Yeah, yeah. You being a dumb blonde, Oh, he nice because he wearing a nice pants and shirt.
Mhm.
Yeah, you dumb blonde.
Well,
But
seems as if we need some lessons in relationship,
yeah, and that
lessons in choosing
yeah, but
partners.
we make some some some. See, and there's a. Let me see if I could give you some red flags. That's some real red flags.
Yeah.
And I use, last time I was talking about relationship, I used the word sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking or love walking?
Love walking. You use the word love walking. I got a new word. And just remember this word. And this word is called gaslighting.
Or
Gaslighting.
gaslighting.
Yeah, gaslighting.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know.
That is a red flag.
Yeah, that's a
I
red
think
flag.
that's what you was talking about
Mhm.
when you talk about the guy who came and just buying up all these stuff
Yeah,
and
that's what you
wanting to
call
know.
gaslighting. Mhm. He
Mm,
buys things. See, if a man can do something significant for you, woman,
mm-hmm.
please listen. If a man can do something significant, he can do something significant for you. If he come and he bring this and bring that and anybody could do that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody could buy you flowers. Anybody could buy you clothes. But could he take you mentally from where you are to the next level?
Okay.
That means if he take you from living in an apartment to a home, he might can do it at the day first, but they're the things that you do. And if he can take you from a level, see, just listening to a man, you will know what level he's at. Just listen. Just sometimes women don't listen too much.
Yeah, somebody mentioned
You gotta
that.
listen.
Say,
Mhm.
men do tell women the truth. Women just don't
Don't
listen.
listen. And then the question. Oh, there's another question. Somebody called me and asked me this week. Was talking about it. We can take us on next week.
What's that?
If a man could love two women, a man could love two women. You women out there, I know you all barreling them. You all think a man can let
A
get
woman could
myself in
love two
trouble.
men too. Oops.
No. Woman can't love two men. There's a reason
Oops.
why a woman can't
Oh,
love two men.
it's now you see.
A woman,
Hold
hold
on.
on, hold on. A woman could screw one man and love the next. Woman too emotional. After a woman, people do, she won't get married. And when then she married, she won't have children. Younger, it's all. See, it's how you
But then
treat a
that's
woman.
our culture.
Yeah, that's your cousin, woman.
We we need to raise the bar for our young women. Just how men could stay single and date, women need to learn to do likewise. Date, say generalize before you specialize. I'm not saying to go out there and jump in bed with multiple men the way that men do women, because you have something to protect.
Excuse me. And if you're a man, and if you're a man, another red flag is this: if a man tell you something wrong, and you know it's wrong, do your investigation.
What you mean?
What you mean?
What could he tell you that is
What
wrong
you mean?
that
What
you
he can
need
tell
to
you
do
wrong?
your
You know
investigation?
he tell you something wrong.
Like what?
If he tell you being to work today, some man say they go to work, they don't go to work.
The women just do the
They go
same thing.
they go holding.
Women do the same thing.
Yeah, I talk
They
about man
go
and woman.
drawing.
Yeah, yeah. Woman and man, they go holding, playing hole in one. But listen to me, but see, and when a woman tell you or man tell you something wrong, you should do your investigation. That's a red flag. And when you find out it's wrong, that's a red flag. Always qu- ask the question and be attentive and listen. And if you know he's telling you something wrong, you don't need to jump all over the place. You what you need to do is listen. You will learn a whole lot. What Daryl had to say?
That's Yolanda.
Oh, Linda?
Yolanda said that women are receivers. Multiple partners mean multiple spirit. That's if you having sex with multiple partners,
Yeah,
Yolanda.
but
Yes.
yeah, but
But
you
you could date more than one man until you know which of those men. Now, you see, that's different from taking the man things, making him believe he's the only man in your life. We can't play the game like the men do when it comes to that. But we definitely can set the boundaries. We can say, I am seeing you and we are friends. Women need to know what it is that they're looking for in a man before they open their legs and let him in.
but see,
And whether the man that she's opening her leg for meets the criteria of all of her other expectations.
mhm. This is true. Now I can help some of the women who are having problems with these men who, my words, white shit, ain't mean nothing. You know,
Hmm?
these men who ain't white nothing. You be messing around. I can give some
Yeah.
women some of the red flags to, when you see these dudes ain't white nothing. You should take your bundle and run. And when you have a man who never stopped testing you, he never stopped testing you. You may wonder what I mean by that, right?
I want to know.
All right. He never stopped testing you. He never he playing games where he will disappear for a period of time, and then he show up. These are fellas you got to be careful of. You see, because when he disappear and he come, he tell you the same story. You are he waiting for you to ask him where you been. I see you coming. Say, man, I was just waking and I was doing this and doing that.
Busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What excuse? Why you keep? Where the love gone? That's the song. Say, where the love gone? Where the love
Anyhow,
gone? Go
hi
ahead.
Sophie.
Hey, Sophie.
Sophie is agreeing that women can and do date multiple men whilst they are deciding who to open their leg for.
Yeah. I get it, that Sophie. And then when you and this guy long term goals don't align,
That is definitely a
that's a
red
red
flag.
flag.
That's probably the biggest red
Yeah.
flag in any relationship.
Yeah, it's a red flag.
Because it means you are on the same highway, but you have different destinations.
Mm.
Somewhere along the line, his path is going to go left and yours is going to go right.
And let me give you a
And
bigger red flag. Go on.
Oftentimes, Tony, you know where that happens? In the Bahamas. How many big houses you see?
Oh,
People struggle together, and just after they then get in that house, less than 2 years of being in the house, one is out. The other one who remains is usually the one who can maintain it.
right.
And you see the house there because what?
She's sitting there by
love now, they now move along the hate spectrum of this love-hate continuum, and everybody hate and can't stand one another guts, and the house stay there rotten. Next thing, the bank repossessed, the children in disarray, and the list goes on.
Yeah, because and you wouldn't believe it that one of the I can come back to you, but one of the things that you really is a red flag that women miss.
What is that?
There's men who like to take you out and show you off, and it make you feel like he's so in love with you because he take you out
Okay.
and he's showing you off.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's one of the red flags.
Why?
I'm gonna tell you why. Because you look good
Mm-hmm.
and you make him look good.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the story.
And that's as far as it goes?
You make him look good.
Okay.
So
So if I make him look good,
Mhm.
then I would think that he would be more inclined to do the things that will continue to make him look good.
But if you make me look good around your friends,
Or his friends.
but behind the closed door, I give you all kind of story.
Meaning?
I only take you out.
Mm-hmm.
I make love to you. Then I tell you I gotta do something.
Mm-hmm.
See, you become
Or they have 1,000,001 reasons why he living over here
Yeah.
and you living over there.
right.
And he live with his sister
Yeah.
when he living with his wife.
Yeah. You gotta do this and
And the
So-
list goes on
that.
and on.
So you only become his piece.
Mm-hmm.
But you feel good because he's taking me out and yeah.
I could build on that story
Build
too,
on it.
you know, because you also have married men
Mhm.
who leave their wives and children
Oh,
home.
that's the point
Right?
I'm making. Yeah.
But what they do, the story they tell this person who makes them look good, is, oh, me and my wife don't get along. She gets so fat, and um, I only with her because of the children, and the list goes on and on and on. And the complaints, and we stupid women, we
Mhm.
just buy the whole story.
See,
Lock, barrel,
yeah.
sinker,
See,
hook,
you
line, and
become
sinker.
you. Okay, I could have a wife that is not good looking like you,
True.
and so I don't want to take her. I don't want to take my wife out
Mm-hmm.
because you become my trophy.
Mm-hmm.
See,
And
you
this
mhm,
trophy is so proud to be
right,
your trophy that she said, "Oh, I look better than his wife, and he
and
just take me this way, and he just take me that way."
and it's so and it's so you wouldn't believe how the woman itself started to feel good about herself because she
Mm-hmm.
feel that, but he don't take her out, he
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
takes me
So
out.
she feels superior to the
Yeah,
wife.
not only just the wife, another girlfriend or the sweetheart, whatever.
Oh,
It's
okay.
and so what has happened is that she fall for this. You got to get
Mm-hmm.
nobody.
Mm-mm.
She fall for this, and when she fall for this type of thing, it she sets herself up for this big breakdown because the story come and tell you, you wouldn't believe it. Listen to the story. Why you worrying? And I use BO everywhere I go. You with me? Why you worrying? See, that's the story. See, and you must be ready for it. And then woman has a tendency to choose poorly.
Mm.
Woman in their head, they create their prince.
Okay, their ideal man.
Yeah, in your
Mm-hmm.
head. Oh, I like him. But you gotta be bright. You gotta have
Mm-hmm.
black hair.
Certain type of
Yeah,
job.
and you gotta drive a certain car. You can't put up here and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
That's old school. If you want a good man, find a man who works with you. That's new school. And there's so much red flags. You see it and you ignore it because you let the man in 3 weeks get in your head. What do you all say? You can't. Somebody said.
Cassell.
What Cassell say?
Cassell say, yeah, women always the only victim, I guess. Ella, was I laughing my A off?
Yeah.
And he said,
Hey
that's
Cassell.
why I don't lie. Smile, yeah, I see you.
Yeah. Hey
So,
Cassell.
yeah, I see you.
But see, we need to be smarter, and we need to understand that we are human beings. See, we got this thing where we believe we better than we are.
Mm.
We're only human beings.
Mm-hmm.
We only we only have a small period of time. That period of time, we want to enjoy ourselves. Do not waste your time with dreamers. A lot of guys tell you, "Oh, I can build this and I can do this and I got my company." You so fool. You sitting right there, and 6 years down the road, you still sitting there waiting, and the roof looking at you, and this dude he ain't got one rock in his hand. He got alcohol. He could drink. He could smoke. He could drive a Honda. But where he took you, where did you where did you improve? If you're not improving in your relationship, and we ain't talking about sex, sex get better as it go. You're not improving in your
As an
relationship.
individual,
Yeah, yeah,
holistically,
holistic.
yeah.
If you ain't, if you can't look up this guy as your prince and ask him a question and he can't give you an answer that you believe, you know what? Most women today can't ask their boyfriend a good question that he can answer properly.
You know, that was something that Audrey mentioned in last week's show.
Mm.
She said that they can't hold a sensible
No,
conversation.
because his
So
focus,
after the sex is over,
yeah,
what do? You lay down in silent, or he go out and come back later
he
when he
focus,
ready for another round,
yeah. He
right?
focus in sex. He focus in sex. You, you know, you know, and date a man who like to blame you for things. Men like to. That's another red flag. You
That's a
know,
serious
yeah,
red flag. Also,
you ain't do
I
this.
think
And the reason why I do this is because the reason why I still got this other woman because you ain't this, and the reason why you ain't it.
mm,
They got so much blame, so much blame. They blame you.
for everything, eh?
Mhm.
I,
Don't
I
take your
think
blame.
I think too, yeah. In that same vein of blaming, they want you to settle for whatever it is that they think is best for you. You have to know yourself. You have to know where you're headed. And it comes back to the point that you mentioned before this one about not going anywhere. There has to be growth. If you're not growing, it means you're dying.
And last but least, finish. Last but least, on this red flag, if this is a real red flag, if you as a man or woman is doing the major work in the relationship, that means it's not balancing out. That means if you are doing everything to keep this relationship, you the one trying everything in your power to try, and this person ain't putting. That's a toxic relationship. That's going to be a toxic relationship.
Say that again.
If you are doing all the major work and it's not balancing out, that means
Oh,
you doing
one
everything
sided.
one-sided,
One sided.
and you trying to keep this love because you love this
Yeah,
relationship, you
after a
trying to
while
keep
you're
this
gonna
man, or you trying to
collapse.
keep this woman.
Yeah.
That's a toxic relationship. That's going to be one-sided. That start one-sided and be one-sided.
Mm-hmm.
And don't care. um there's a lot of men got slick words. That's all they have. Slick words. Slick words. They ain't got nothing else. Nothing else. When you see a man, and this is a red flag, and you can laugh at this, but this is a red flag, and you ain't gonna believe it. When you see a man come to pick you up as a woman, and you're not ready, and he says, "Man, you late. You always late," and he have a complaint. Let me tell you what a gentleman does. That's a red flag. A gentleman come to pick you up. He asks you once, "Oh, honey, I thought you were ready," and you say, "No, I'll be ready in 15 minutes." You know what he say? "Okay." He sits and wait. Even if he have something else to go to, he said, but when you see a guy who always, "Why are you late? Now I
But
gotta
you
come
don't
here."
think it's a red flag if the woman habitually late every time she going on a date or you going to take her somewhere?
Now, when I tell you to make you laugh, I know you're gonna ask me that question. Woman always late. That's a common thing. That's a common thing. That ain't a, men know woman always late. That's a woman thing. Because a woman gotta change that dress, put it on. That ain't look good. So
Yeah,
what
but
am I?
then time it's a, to me
No, no.
to me it's
I
a
tell
it.
you half an hour. I tell you, I know I need you there an hour.
Mm-hmm,
I say I come and pick you up in half an hour. So I know if it's supposed to be 7 o'clock, we supposed to be there.
mm-hmm.
I tell you I come pick you up 6 o'clock because I know you woman always late.
Man, no, 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 no.
So I give you a
Say
chance.
hello to Audrey,
Hey
cause
Audrey,
that
hey
that
sweetie,
girl that girl for a fresh
you're
bread.
late. All right.
That girl's for a fresh bread. She said she forgot.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen. That's a two-way
Go on.
level. You know what it is? It's like I establish that grits could be substituted for sugar, and you come behind and endorse that. If time is time, man, it is disrespectful to me if you and I have a date for 8 o'clock
Mhm.
and you show up 9. I have a problem with that. Likewise, if every time you and I have somewhere to go and you half an hour to an hour late,
Mhm.
or I have to come and wait for you to finish get dressed. You know what time it is we was going. I can tell you the truth. I have
Yeah, but
zero
most,
tolerance for that, and
mo-
this sister will not stay in such a relationship because if you are that irresponsible with your time, you can be irresponsible in every other aspect of the relationship.
But you ever heard the word black mooning? You know what that means? You want to take that on?
Black morning?
Yeah, black mooning. You want to take it on?
Oh, well, Cassell made several comments. He said, LOL, marriage is overrated. It has become ritualized like the church. They both lack commitment to God. And then further down, he says, Sharon says, how are you, Tony?
Hey, Sharon, sweetie.
And
You
then
can
he
replay the tape.
says, without God, nothing will last. If you rooted in anything other than that, you will lose. Audrey says that yes, she believes time is time.
Yeah.
I think it's a high level of disrespect because who knows? I may only have a window of an hour to do what it is I plan to do with you. That's why communication in a relationship is vital and ineffective. A person can't communicate with you,
Cassell,
break off running.
Cassell, I can be the devil. What's the word to say?
Advocate.
Devil advocate today. And all the old folks out there, I can be the devil advocate just as it. Cassell, so what you saying to me just now? You said something about marriage, and the marriage only lasts with God.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to find out. So all them people who drinking out there, who never go to church, they ain't got no God, but they lasting long. So
Hold on. Hold on.
hold on. Hold on. No, hold on. I started that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Going to church ain't have nothing to do with relationship with God, you know.
But hold on. All those women and men who married out there, who don't even check for God. The atheists.
No, no, no.
Give me a second. The atheists, but their marriage lasting longer than the people who goes to church, the people who believe in God. So what do you say?
Them people who saying they believe in God and their marriage ain't lasting, check them out. Something wrong.
So his statement, I only talk about his statement. We ain't going down that road. I explain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't going down that
Being
road.
the devil's
Yeah.
advocate, like you
Because
say.
because when you say things, people will say, but what were the people who don't believe in God?
Inspection time.
Yeah.
Closer inspection.
Yeah. So
Get the microscope.
So I gotta be
Magnifying
so
glass.
I always tell people, what is marriage? I didn't want to go down this road today, but let's talk about what we talk about red flag. But let me tell you what is marriage. If you look in the Bible, it never tells you how you get married.
Other than the marriage that God performed with God.
Right. So tomorrow.
Or so they say God.
Yeah.
Now,
So tomorrow, if I get up and I want to marry Sharon, and I say to Sharon Rule. If I say Sharon, me and you get married, and once I decided that me and you married, that's that. We married. We ain't got to go to the church. We ain't got to perform nothing. See, that's not what we do in society. I know that. But I tell you this. So a man don't have to even go to the church. He can go to Justice of Peace.
Well, he ain't have to go
Nowhere.
nowhere.
And he
He
married.
can go on his knees, stand in the front of the person, and make a commitment with that person in the presence of God.
Right. So
because I always say there are two arms to a marriage. There's the spiritual arm and there's the legal arm.
Yeah. There's a spiritual. So I don't need, if me and Audrey decided that we married, we just live together and be married.
In a committed relationship.
And once we committed, we married.
And you can have a relationship and a godly home.
Very
without
much so.
ever entering a church.
Very much so. Because there's some people who believe in the Lord Jesus Christ and they don't even go to church no more.
We've been programmed that way.
Yeah.
We've been programmed to believe
So
that if you don't
topic.
go to church, then you ain't a Christian or you ain't whatever.
That's another day. Let's see what Audrey say.
Said, Child Tony, we can do it now.
I love you, Sharon. That's like
we
long
can
time.
do it now.
That's been a long
I like
time,
that.
That's a long time.
Yeah. Oh, no, Audrey was just saying that they might have and know God even though they drinking.
Yeah.
But know?
That's the point I'm making. But that's the point I was making, Audrey. But I don't want to go on that. You're talking about red flag. You don't want to lose. Because next week we can talk about why a man can't have two women.
Okay.
Why a man can't do women,
Okay.
and why a man can't love two women.
So Cassell is saying that marriage is something we adopted after slavery. We had to jump the broom, remember?
Yeah, that's the ceremony of the African trade
Mm-hmm.
where they jump the broom.
Mm-hmm.
But there is no hidden written rule on how we get married.
Mm-hmm.
And that is what. See, I have another thing that upset me all the time. And I had a situation, that's why I say it upset me.
Mm-hmm.
Why do when we die, we have to spend all this money for funeral?
Oh, that's another one, right?
Because some poor people can't afford to put their mother and daddy in the grave for $10,000 and
you
can't eat.
want me to tell you something?
So that's foolishness. I believe, give me my body, let me go dig the graveyard, wrap my mother in a white piece of cloth
Shrouding.
with flowers and put her down and bury her. See, I don't think you should spend all this $1,000. Let me tell you why I say this.
Back in the day, they used to just
Bury
build a box.
Yes. But let me
Right?
tell you all why I talk about this. Let me tell you why I talk about this. I had a situation when I go to bury my mother. One funeral home took the body, and I could not get my mother's body from them unless I paid $2,500. I didn't like how the conversation was going when I went to them, but how they can bury and this, and I decided, no.
So that
I
was
don't want
storage fee,
Yes,
$500.
but they want to take $2,500 from me to bury my own mother.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me, well, they pick up the body, $2,500. Well, let me tell you what the $2,500 was: to sucker me, so they can make the money.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna take it because if I had to pay $20, I can leave it right there. So these things in this country is wrong, and I am going to tantrums. But let's go back. There's too many red flags. You women and men, you know these men ain't, I can say it in English word,
Tony, yeah.
ain't white shit.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all stick with them because I love you ain't love nothing. You like
call it
slackness.
Forgiveness. Oh, I
you-
forgive him.
Yeah.
You forgive him. And in the Christian religion, 70 times 7. If a man slap you, you turn the
But
face.
now
and
we
let
can-
him slap the other
Now
side.
I can close this because we gotta close it. And I can say this to you.
Mm.
The problem with especially women, you hate to say no. That no is a hard word for some of y'all. So learn
I think,
to say no.
yeah, I think,
Learn to say no
and you know what you need to learn to say no
to
to?
some of these dreamers.
Well,
Yeah, a lot of fellas is dreaming.
is it? I'm trying to remember the name of the.
You gotta
I'm trying to remember the name of the singer who say, "Don't fall in love with a dreamer," because they'll always
Jeffrey
break your
Osmond.
heart.
No, I
It's a
can't.
female
Well, we gotta
country singer.
get these people in first.
Yeah.
Before we quit, we gotta go back for.
Linda say a lot of people are
No.
just afraid of being alone.
Yeah.
You know, Mom.
No.
Cassell, we'll pick up your.
No.
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 I all those already
Okay.
read.
All right.
Yeah.
Cassell.
We'll pick up. You'll have to join us next week. He said he's a Muslim, and he could have more than one wife, but that ain't easy with Bahamian women.
Yeah, but Cassell, because you're a Muslim, you understand. So your desire to, if you have desire to have two women, and you went into the Muslim faith because you believe in the Muslim faith. So what you need to do is find Muslim woman who understands you could have that, because if you step out and have woman a baptism, you can run into problems down the road. So
But what he is saying is, even if you have two women that are
Muslim
and they're Bahamian, you're in trouble.
Yeah, because they grown up with another faith. The Muslim faith, they just come into that. They adopt that. But somebody who born and grow into that.
But listen. Because you're born and grow in something, doesn't mean you have to remain in that.
No.
No.
Listen.
God give us the ability to think.
Well,
she said Kenny Rogers and Kim Carnes.
Oh, Kenny Rogers and Kim Carnes.
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You believe in me?
No.
What?
Don't fall in love with a dreamer.
Oh, don't fall in love with a dreamer.
Yeah.
Well, someone, Cassell,
He said Bahamian. I said,
A Bahamian.
LOL.
Okay, because I saw you could marry an American woman and you wouldn't have that issue. See, Bahamian women come from homes where they're
We've been
we're
programmed.
programmed that
This is how it go,
this is how it goes.
and it's the only way it go.
And then they have, see, boy, I can be careful what I say because I want you all women out there. Y'all like be the man, especially this crew here hard. Listen to this. Some of the Bahamian mothers has grown up, some of the Bahamian women,
Mm-hmm.
and they had this fear of God. They're given this fear of God. And so the Bahamian women said they don't have a chance to suss their own
Self. I know who you are,
Yeah.
what
So
you
the mother
want, where you
inbred
headed.
them so hard, so they can't really, they only doing what their mother
But Tony,
inbred in them.
you know, we need to get off our mothers, get off the mothers, because we go contrary to a lot of things our parents teach us. But what society expect of us is what we go by.
I'm not
Oh,
knocking.
society. And like you say, just like you said, a lot of women are in these big homes and they're dying. Okay?
Dead. They're
Okay.
dying. Some of them dead.
All right.
Some of them dead. Listen, some of them you take out, they worrying about the man that who put them in the big house, and they treating you the same way. You know, you treat him.
Yeah.
Go on. We got some folks we can't leave y'all.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, that was it. That was Sophie's the last one. Okay, but listen to this. One
It's,
red flag,
okay.
one red flag you did not touch, and that is, how do you know that the person isn't just coming in a relationship with you as a cover? You know, the down low situation
Yeah.
that is prevailing in our society today.
Yeah, but most men come on the down low. Most men come anytime. Okay. Let me take 2 minutes out because we can take 2 minutes out and do this. Most man or woman, no, let's say men. I can say men. Most men always have somebody else.
Okay.
Either have somebody they can leave to come to you, or they have somebody else they ain't serious about. So that's what men do. For a man to get serious with a woman, you have to show me something. Show me your way. Show me how you know how to treat me well, and I have to buy into your story.
Okay.
And so what has happened most times that men always at the beginning have you as down low.
You the down low I talking about though
Yeah.
is the man who like man, but they come and hide under a
Oh, that's a
woman.
totally different. You see, we got to finish this conversation next week because you going into something different. So I need to take on. Let me get you. I used to draw the Richter scale. You know the scale I used to draw. Let me draw that scale today.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that curve, the bell
okay.
curve.
I want you all out there to imagine this curve. It's a curve, right? Half a moon. And they turn it upside down. Right? Half a moon. 50% of those people on one side, on this side, half of it is straight. Man, woman, woman, man. And then you got another 25% of men who trying to figure themselves out. And that last 25%, straight gay. All right? But in this 25%, you got 50% people who understand man and woman. But in that 25%, that quarter 25%, you got the fellas who live under the tree, under the rock, under the hole. They go man, woman, 6 and does the same thing. Yeah. And then you only got about 20. You only got about, I take about 15% of straight gays. Women, man. But
The masses
in that masses in the middle there, you
Yes.
got so much people in your show.
mix right up.
What? They
Okay.
want. They will jump a dog if you move.
Okay.
So you got a half moon. That's a scale as you. And listen, you got people, but recently that half was straight.
Mm-hmm.
It's now changing because it seems like it dipping this way. Now you might only have 45% of straight people. The rest might be screwed up.
You have 45% straight, 100% straight, heterosexual, straight,
I believe.
like only man who only like women and
No, no,
women
no,
who
no, no, no,
only
no,
only like
no, no,
men.
no, 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 no.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. You got about 30% people straight. I talking about straight. In that little 15% there, you got fellas who see, because you got fellas who do the threesome.
Okay.
You see, so they still
But them said they ain't want no threesome with
hold on,
no man
hold on, hold on,
involved, eh?
hold on. For you, see, you gotta understand, threesome go both ways.
Okay.
See,
Well, anyhow, you
when
know
a
what?
man wondering, when he mind one and he want threesome.
Mm.
So next, what do you want?
Want some
Yeah, and then it,
of the opposite?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So you
okay.
gotta be careful. See, the
Experimentation.
the conversation we need to have under the tree, have it. We can explore and counter all these things. He's probably been trying to take on all this. We ain't scared of no conversation.
Okay.
And folks out there, you all can hit us up with anything you all want. We can answer it. We ain't scared. And we can take it on.
So send us some topics
So you got
on the
you
Facebook
want to
page,
discuss these
but
people?
we want to say hi to Valencia. We already
Valencia.
been up there, yeah.
Hi,
Right
Valencia.
down there. Valencia,
Yeah.
the emergency room nurse.
Okay.
Yeah, my sister.
Okay. Hi, Valencia.
Yeah.
And
Nice to join us. You're saying hi kind of late, but I
yeah.
hope you've been with us all
What's
along.
Sophie Chase?
Sophie is talking about the down low situation.
Okay,
She said
okay.
she had a friend who was in that situation, and when she found out, they were married, and he begged her to stay with him and he would service her, but of course she refused to, and as a result all the weaponry started coming out ever
Yeah.
since.
Well, why you?
But
Why a woman want to stay with a man who fooling around with Bungie?
well, maybe he didn't want her to like still be actively involved, just to stay in the house to provide the shield and the cover for him.
But you know, my conversation always on this show is what? If you think you get a little freaky deaky in your mind, you got Bungie home in your house. You ain't need to go. You ain't need to go nowhere. You ain't need to experiment nobody. You got woman home in your house. Say, wait, jump on it. That's Bungie. You ain't got to go looking. So I don't understand what this all about. But our show is running over a little bit, so we gotta close somehow. Got anybody to sell?
No, say he's straight. He don't even watch porn with men in it.
Exactly.
That are gay.
Yeah, but that's me. I wouldn't even watch porn with men. When I see that, I turn off. It ain't that it's nasty. I just turn off because my mother's now. You know I always say this. My mother tells me, be careful of what you watch.
Yeah, what you let in.
What you let in the mind. See that mind is creep. You got to be careful what you watch, and you be careful who people you be around, and you got to be. See, listen.
Yeah, you have to let they guard well the edges of
everybody
your
like
mind.
them. Everybody like them now. You gotta look at them. What's on the show? Everybody like them. All right.
Yeah, Sharon said, great topic, guys.
Yeah.
These things need to be addressed openly.
And then.
Yeah. No, that's Gazelle say no buts.
And,
that's against God's plan.
Yeah, and so we. But see, woman is so. Listen, woman is so beautiful. When you have boy, I can say something now. When you're making love to a woman, and she become, you get right into it after you and right into your whole. 5 minutes into that, man, you won't eat her, you won't bite her, you won't bite her ears off. You'll be so. It becomes so. It's amazing. The feeling and the motion, and then you won't bite the ears off. You won't bite her face. You get so right into it. Hands on, touching and feeling is just a great. I mean, you wouldn't believe how beautiful it is. So the next day, you see her walk in the kitchen, man. You can't wait to do this again. So I don't know what man is see. What's it?
Lord have mercy.
What's that?
Reactions Unlimited. Valencia said true. I'm not sure exactly at what point, but I think she was talking about I think her true came in around the time when you were talking about the beauty of a woman and the pleasure and
Yeah.
how it moves.
Mhm.
Beryl, on the other hand, say, no, but leave that alone.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay?
Mhm.
And Linda has two googly eyes. Open up like,
Linda, before I go,
what?
I want to know what that means. Hit me up and let me know what those two googly eyes mean. And and
And
Valencia.
Valencia is just laughing.
Yeah, but this we here under the tree. This is a show where we want to speak open and real. So if you have any issue, you have any topic that you want us to discuss, we'd be gladly to take it on.
Hmm.
All week you can hear our Facebook page, hit me up, hit me, and we can
Make
dialogue,
sure
make
that
sure
we
I know we
include it
and we
in the
include it in the
listing,
same.
but also give your comments.
Yeah,
Give your comments so that we would be able to share your view with the others.
that's why
In
marriage is.
addition,
Hey, Valencia, what you say? That's why marriage is great.
yeah,
But listen, we just talked about that earlier, right? Be
you can
careful.
explore.
Yeah,
That's what she said.
yeah.
I with
Oh,
you,
all
Valencia.
right, Linda.
Linda say you're getting excited there.
Yeah. Because I don't know these two eyes seeing you.
And Cassell say his words say
Mhm.
anything is okay, even oral,
Yep.
except sex.
Yeah.
He
Well,
say
fine.
study.
Well. And in your
Cassell,
partner,
you'll have to bring us some information
in
on the you because you and Beryl saying keep the butt out of it. So
yeah,
give us some
why you should keep better
some
it.
some information, some facts, some basis that you would like us to share and also
Yeah.
to learn from because we don't know it all.
We
We
trying to
never
learn,
claim to
and
know it
we'll
all.
take it on. We'll break it down and diagnose it and bring it back.
Yeah.
But the beautiful, um, having a having a good relationship is healthy.
Hmm.
It's so healthy when you have a beautiful relationship and it
And
works.
that's when
And it works.
exploration becomes easy.
I remembered Audrey. You still there? I know, but I remembered Audrey. And one thing with Audrey will she like pick your brain.
Hmm.
She asks you so much questions you don't know. And at one point we used to dialogue. Me and her used to dialogue, and people used to wonder, well, why you and Audrey just get along so well in dialogue. But that's just how you build relationship after
Hmm.
so many years,
Hmm. Hmm.
And we today we still have a good relationship,
That's good.
and that's what because when you have a good relationship, things is just
Yeah.
blossom. You have good friendship, man. So
Hmm.
you can have and Sharon was one of them. We get along well from way
That's
back
good.
then,
Yeah.
friends for years. And
But you need
last but
you
not least,
need open-minded people to be able to dialogue too,
yeah,
because some
yeah,
people are so closed in and it's like they so ready for heaven, earth don't have no use for them,
no,
But the reality is we live these things on a daily basis, and people need to know. People needs liberation. They need to know where to establish boundaries and how to make their life the best possible life that they can lead. So, yep,
and
know
then
the red
and a
flags.
last red flag, gaslighting. People say things to upset you. That's a plan. Men do that. They do things to upset you because they want to go out and do this their own thing. That's gaslighting. So I come home and I say, man, this damn house, you ain't wash this is yet, and you ain't cooked the food. I gone. Yeah,
Okay,
gaslighting. Yeah,
that's to get out.
yeah,
So you
gaslighting.
create an argument so
Hmm.
that you can have your way.
Hmm. So,
Wow.
to all of them, we get
Thanks so much,
yeah,
Sharon, Beryl, Cassell, Yolinda, Valencia, our Sophie, our faithful Sophie, um,
Audrey.
Audrey. Yes, I think I thought.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, Sharon Roll, Audrey Munnings. I haven't heard from Foxhill today.
Yeah,
Jan, we haven't heard from you, but Beryl, is really nice having you
back.
on board again. It's been a while since you've had anything to say, and of course, Yolinda, Miss Yolinda.
Oh,
You
that.
gotta tell Tony what those rolling eyes were all
Yeah,
about.
I don't know them rolling eyes about, you know.
And Sharon say, "Watch it now, Tony." LOL.
Ah,
That's a good note to end
that's a
on.
good note to end on,
Thank
Jan.
you ever so much, and we look forward to seeing you
Next
again
Sunday.
next week when
Our
Tony
show.
will talk about.
Bye. I can't have two women. I love them too. But listen, We here under the tree. Make sure wash your hands, wear your mask, keep your distance, and enjoy yourself.
And we seem to be moving closer to normal and restoration. Of course, people are still living their lives through it, so we still cannot become negligent. Just this past Monday, I had my first relative actually that died from COVID, and that is a sad loss. Not sure exactly the circumstances surrounding it, but it is the same cousin actually whose mom passed 3 weeks earlier. So we have to be careful. We still have to practice the protocols that are in place, even though the vaccine is being rolled out, because many persons are very skeptical about the vaccine and are not taking them. Yes. Two
Yeah.
women, LOL.
Two
Can't
women.
wait for the
Yeah,
next
two
show.
women. I see you, Cassell.
And Valencia.
And Valencia.
Too. Yeah.
But listen, next time, same place, under the tree, Tony and Mel, we see you right here
Under
next
the
week.
tree.
Under the
Take
tree.
care. Enjoy
Enjoy
your
your day.
ahead.
Be safe out there. Be safe. Keep away from the blood on the street.
Okay.
I will see you here, right here, and where we meet. Have a good one.